Welcome back to WeatherBug here on this Wednesday. Todd Nelson with a look at your national coast-to-coast forecast. And how about the weather here as of late? Several rounds of severe weather popping up in some of the same areas. That's a big wedge tornado on near Salina, Kansas from Tuesday. And more severe weather, including tornadoes, is expected in some of the same areas. And then northeast of that, parts of the central part of the country, the Midwest, dealing with flooding. That's out of Ames, Iowa. And more flooding concerns continue here in some of the same areas. Already saturated ground, and then heavy rain expected over the next few days. Talking all the way through the weekend, maybe 2 to 5 plus inches of additional rainfall. High temperatures yesterday into the 80s and 90s. From the Front Range of the Rockies down to Florida, a little bit cooler across the northern tier of the nation, 62 in the Twin Cities, and then back west, the Intermountain West, cool as well, as we've had this persistent trough of low pressure out that way, helping to spin in some much needed Pacific moisture to these areas. But running below average in Seattle and San Francisco today, anywhere from 5 to nearly 15 degrees below average. Looking at some warmer conditions to finally arrive in the Midwest as this warm front lifts off to the north. But that'll be a focal point for some severe weather potentially this afternoon. And you can actually see that cooler air moving in towards the Midwest and the high plains by the end of the week. So there, the storm report map from the last 24 hours. The red dots indicate some tornadoes. And again, some of the same areas getting hit, all because of this persistent trough of low pressure. Impulses of energy running through that. Each one of those impulses of energy kind of invigorate additional thunderstorm chances. There's a moderate risk of severe weather today. Slight risk all the way up to Minnesota and back into the northeast. Thursday, the severe threat shifts east a little bit, and same for Friday. Maybe not in the woods on Saturday yet, but again, the thunder forecast, or at least the rainfall forecast, looks quite excessive over the next 3 days, which could lead to more flash flooding.